Yeah, in the past few years, we had a lot of trouble with the logistic chains and with all sorts of crisis in the material crisis, like different metals, electronic components, and so on. Is this affecting you? Is still affecting you? And how do you adapt to this reality of the market?
So that was an issue just after COVID started, when a lot of factories were locked, and the supply chain was disturbed or affected a lot. So we had on some materials price increases, on others like electronics we had unavailable products, so we had to adapt a lot.
Yes.
Luckily, we passed that era. Is not the case now, but at that point, it was a huge problem. Um, I was kind of cautious, and I've kind of understood what is going on, and I purchased sensors. I purchased the main electronics, the main products that I needed. Not all of them, but the most important one of them. That affected me because I had to lock some money in the inventory. But
Yeah,
it was better compared to not having what to sell. And it was the case in the car industry, in the a lot of industries, it was the case.
I see. And is the geopolitical turmoil affecting you in any way? Because there are so many conflicts now, or a lot of tensions around the world. Do you feel that something is changing in the market that affects you?
I think yes. I think it's kind of temporary, but yes, it's affecting because it's affecting farmers. Um, as we all well know, Europe is helping Ukraine with this war, and they allowed Ukrainian grain to arrive in Romania, and that was not fair for the farmers because Europe is having a lot of rules about how the farmers should work the land, what chemicals to use, what not to use, and so on. And Ukraine had no restrictions regarding that, so
Yes.
Ukrainian grain had an unfair price, and it was allowed to arrive on the Romanian market and compete with farmers here. So I was speaking about the supply chain in the farming industry. Most prices increased a lot during pandemics or after pandemics. So the costs of the farmer were higher. Then when they wanted to sell the product, they were competed with very cheap Ukrainian grain, which was affecting them a lot about selling with very low prices, so having very low margins. And because in the last few years we had, at least in Romania, we had uh, low amounts of rain. It was a drought in multiple parts of Romania. They had
Yes.
lower production per hectare. So you can consider it a crisis, and if they are affected, of course, we are affected as well. Um, in Romania, most of our customers are farmers. Of course, we've started to sell to traders, starting with last year in the harbor of Constanța, which is a very good result for us. But um, it's one thing to have a large customer, it's another to have a few hundred of small ones regarding financials. So yeah, we were affected, and I consider we will be affected as well in the future until there will be a solution to that. But yeah, we are going forward. We're not going to to stop now.
Yeah.